Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Florian, good to see you. Hope you guys doing all fantastic. So guys, welcome back to the second part of our comparison between 8-bit and 10-bit from a Fujifilm X-S10 and a Fujifilm X-T3. If you haven't seen my first part where I've been looking into the 8-bit internal recording of a Fujifilm X-S10, I'm gonna link it up here, so dive over, have a look, come back to this video, watch it after. It will make more sense. At the end of this video, of course, you will get my conclusion, what I think between the 8-bit and the 10-bit footage and which I personally prefer. Also in a minute we're gonna do a side-by-side comparison between 8-bit and 10-bit. Also from this setup here in my room you're gonna get a side-by-side comparison as well. Also I would like to mention guys, the weather wasn't great today. So the test footage you're gonna see got shot in my backyard. But I still did try to challenge the f-log and the processor and shot slightly up towards the clouds to get this contrast between highlights and shadows so we get a better understanding how 8-bit and 10-bit will work after the editing process. So guys, now you have seen both f-logs flood in 8-bit and 10-bit. Could you have seriously told me which is which, 8-bit or 10-bit f-log version? Let me know in the comments. I would like to know if you did actually see a difference between both flood f-logs, 8 or 10-bit. So let's dive into the colored version and see how both colored versions compare next to each other. Here we go guys, we have seen both graded f-logs side by side, and again guys, let me know in the comments if you actually could have told me which is the 8-bit and which is the 10-bit footage. My personal opinion is that the 10-bit footage of course should and is looking a bit more saturated because there's more color detail. However, there are also people out saying you shouldn't color grade 8-bit footage or f-log and 8-bit. But then on the other hand side, there are Hollywood movies which got shot in 8-bit and color graded to a certain extent. So I think my conclusion is, whatever you do, whatever you're looking for, it needs to fit your needs. If you're happy with the 8-bit and you just do a run and gun vlogging every day and you don't plan to do massive color grading, go with the 8-bit, film internal simulation and you're gonna be absolutely happy. If you're planning on bigger projects or you wanna do a bit more color grading, then a beginner, advanced amateur or whatever it might be, then potentially you might want to think about going with a 10-bit. But personally speaking, if you don't do crazy color grading, the 8-bit footage will be still good enough to use from a Fujifilm X-S10, and the 10-bit footage from an X-T3, of course. 10-bit is always better than 8-bit. 34 million megapixel is better than 16 megapixel. So having a higher spec camera of course is sometimes beneficial, but I think after we done a test it's not necessary. And thinking about YouTube still just shows us 8-bit online as well. So at the end of the day guys, you need to know what is right or wrong for you. I think that the 10-bit is great and having this additional color information within your footage is absolutely fantastic. But you need to keep in mind guys, as bigger your files, as more information your files gathering, as bigger your file itself will be, and you need the storage, you need a computer who can process it, etc, etc, etc. So guys, at the end of the day, do what is right for you, work with what you got, what works for you, 8-bit, 10-bit, no one cares at the end of the day if your story is right or your subject or content is interesting. So with that said, guys, I hope this was of help for you guys, and if it was, I would appreciate if you could hit the like up button, and I'm gonna see you, my friend, very soon in the next video. Thanks, guys.